Over the last couple of months at weelearning, we've become really interested in the concept of design thinking. We think it's a really powerful methodology for designing pretty much anything and making it more human-centered, delivering iterative solutions and taking on more user feedback. And we really wanted to put this into practice. So thankfully, the Stanford Design School, which is very close ties to IDEO, who originally developed the design thinking process, they put together a little exercise that anyone can try out anywhere in the world, and they give you all the kind of handouts and the instructions that you need to do that. But they do it for what they call the gift-giving experience. We changed that a little bit tonight, and we changed it for the conference-going experience. But we used the same format and the same time constraints, and we had a lot of fun. And we'd like to show you what happened tonight. So here's a little sample. It's a 1-hour design sprint. Everyone pairs up and we dive straight in. The first part of the design thinking process is empathy. This is human-centered design, and we need to understand the person we're designing for before we can even define the problem that we want to solve. Each partner takes a turn to interview the other. Then they repeat the interview. The second time around, it's to dig deeper for emotion, feelings and stories. The aim is to discover what your partner needs from the experience and to look for insights. Stage 2 of the process is to define the problem you're going to solve, based on the insights and needs you uncovered in the interviews. Straight into stage 3, and we're on to ideation. Everyone has just 4 minutes to sketch out 5 ideas to show their partners. Then they talk them through and get feedback. Based on that feedback, they have 3 more minutes to either improve one of their ideas or come up with something new. Then we're straight on to prototyping. Everyone has 10 minutes to build something their partner can interact with in some way. Anything goes: post-its, Lego, Play-Doh, pipe cleaners. Finally, we're on to testing. Everyone tries out the prototype and gives more feedback. That's the end of the activity. But in the real world, design thinking is not linear. You can go back to any stage at any time as you see fit. How did you find the actual process of doing that? How did you find designing for just one person?
It was really structured. I like that. I like the fact that it started just from a general discussion and moved into something more specific. I thought it was really good. So it didn't feel as socially awkward as I felt it should.
One of the things I'd be interested in is if I didn't have a vested interest in the outcome. So what I mean by that is, as Dan was speaking, I was thinking, yeah, I agree with that. And it was sometimes difficult not to then go off on my own story and lead it. And if I was sat down with somebody and I had absolutely no experience or interest in what I was trying to design out for them, it'd be interesting to see how that differs, because I'd have to be a lot more creative, whereas I'll admit some of the things I was coming up with Dan was actually what I wanted to see as well, because I was sort of biased in that way. So.
And how did it feel that it was obviously quite a hurried process, how did it feel to have to present quite unfinished ideas to someone?
Well, I think that's pretty good. Like, you do in an hour, you almost take it to a sort of to a final thing, and you sort of you start again another hour. Whereas if you were to do that, if you were to organise a conference and just start, booking all the vendors, it's only 6 months later you realise you've organised something that's a load of crap.
If you want to see what solutions we came up with on the night, check out the links on the next screen.